Alrighty, so we've looked at our three moving mean. Just a quick bit of revision. We started with the red graph, the red time series plot, and here's all my dependent variables here, the number of births. Here's my independent variable, my time. Always time is the independent variable. Then we smoothed it just a minute ago with the three moving mean, and that shrunk the data, but it did smooth it out, it made it flatter. Well, now we're going to do the five moving mean, and that's the blue. That's going to make it even flatter, and it is going to reduce the amount of data we have from 12 months down to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months. So we have got less data, but we're going to see better the trend for that. So let's do a five moving mean, and that graph will end up looking like that once we've smoothed all that data. Here we go, let's do the same. So we pretty much are doing the same thing as the three moving mean, only now we're going to use 5 pieces of data. So let's use these first 5 pieces of data, and we're going to find the mean of those pieces of data. So we're going to have 10 plus 12 plus 6 plus 5 plus 22, and now we're trying to average 5 pieces of data, so we're going to divide it by 5. And I've just written the formula here. The smooth third dependent variable, this data here, is dv1, dv2, 3, 4 and 5, all the dependent variables here, divided by 5. So we're taking 2 on either side of the thing we're smoothing. Just like before we were taking 1 on either side with our 3 moving mean. So 10 plus 12 plus 6 plus 5 plus 22, that is 22, 44, 55 over 5, which is going to be 11. And we can just use our calculator for that. So we're going to put down 11 here. Then let's smooth our second set of data. 12, 6, 5, 22, 18. And that's going to go right in the middle there. 12, 6, 5, 22, 18 divided by 5. I'll give you a second to do that one. Add that one up in your head. $63 is what I got. 63 divided by 5, and you're going to get 12.6. And you'll just do that in your calculator. I reckon that's the easiest way to do that, unless you can do that in your head. So 12.6. Let's keep smoothing that. It's the same process again. The only difference is you'll notice that we've lost the first 2. We'll also lose the last 2. So let's go on to our next 5. 5, 22, 18, 13, 7. I beg your pardon, I've missed one. I've missed my 6. So we did 10 first, then 12. Need to do a 6 all the way to 13. And that'll put me through to here. There we go. 6 plus 5 plus 22 plus 18 plus 13. 11, 33, 43, 51, 51, 64, pardon me, divided by 5, 64 divided by 5 is 12.8. So that's a smooth value there, 12.8. And you can actually see these greatly varying data are smoothing out, just like they did in the last one. We'll start to see the numbers actually do become closer to each other and smooth out. So let's do that green one now. 5, 22, 18, 13, 7. 5, 22, 18, 13, 7. And we're going to divide that by 5 because again we're using 5 pieces of data. 20, 38, 40, 50, 60, 65 divided by 5. Now it's complete coincidence that that went 63, 64, 65. Don't read into that at all. That's just pure chance. So 13, and then let's keep going. Let's smooth our next one. So this time we start at 5. Let's do our 22, 18, 13, 7, 9. And that'll smooth through over here. So you can see it's getting a bit messy now. I suggest you don't do these every time. I suggest you just kind of do it visually. But it's up to you. You could do it this way if you wanted to. 22, 18, 13, 7, 9, divided by 5, because there's 5 pieces of data. And again, you can just skip through to the end if you're getting the hang of it now. 69 on 5, which must be 13.8. Nice, again 13.8. Let's do the same process. Let's go 10, 7, 9, 10. 18 plus 13 plus 7 plus 9 plus 10. So we're just adding them all up, dividing by the amount of data, because we're finding the mean, we're finding the average. 57 on 5, which is 10, 11.4. Again, let's just keep that process going. I bet you're getting sick of it by now. 18, let's do our 13, 7, 9, 10, 8. And we're nearly there because we're going to lose the last couple. 13 plus 7 plus 9 plus 10 plus 8. This is the second last one. 19, 27, 34, 44, 47 over 5. And that's 9.4. And last but certainly not least, 7 plus 9 plus 10 plus 8 plus 5. Nineteen, 26, 31, 39, 5, 7, 7.8. So you can see I'd like to go one more further. So last time I did 7, 9, 10, 8, 5. This time in mind, like ideally, I'd love to do 9, 10, 8, 15 and the next one. Because there is none, I can't smooth these 5, which means I can't smooth this 8 value anymore. There needs to be 2 on either side. So that's why I stopped here. 10 was the last one that had 2 on either side. So I went from 12 pieces of data. Because I did my 5 moving mean, I've now only got 8 pieces of data. So once we've smoothed them, let's have a quick refresh on that graph. That's these blue values, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we lost the 2 on each end. We lost Jan, Feb, November, December. You can see here we lost Jan, Feb, November, December. So that graph is representative of what we've just done there. We're going to do one more type of moving mean, but you do have to watch that video because it's a bit different, because then we have to do something called centering. So far we've had odd numbers, 3 and 5. We're going to go into even numbers now for the next type of moving mean.